Hey, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to today's weekly MSI Insider live stream. First of all, yes, indeed, today is Thursday. Usually we'll be streaming on Wednesdays, but we had something special planned for today, and hence why we're doing this on Thursday. But more on that in just a second as to what that special event is. But if you have paid attention to the cover, you might have already figured out. Welcome everybody. Of course, I have Michiel with me today.
Hello.
So yeah, definitely we're gonna have a lot of fun with one of the stars for today. We'll have
You already got one of the new ones. I'm still running
and there's
this
one more right underneath the table. So of course today we'll be dealing with the two brand new gaming chairs. We'll test it. We'll show you how you can set it up, how easy it actually is.
Live assembly.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if Ja loses some screws while
And
building
there's
one.
something special about the Repeltek, which you're gonna see in just a second. Of course,
Rangisks is saying on Twitch chat, remember to update the drivers.
Yes,
If you don't want to share with our drivers, of course.
But it's already up to date, so we make sure you can update the firmware. It's okay. It's USB enabled already. But of course, today we also have a giveaway. Well, more actually than one for today's Dying Light 2. I hope many of you guys are very excited about this game. I've already had the privilege to play around with it quite a bit, and it's really fun. So we have plenty of codes today, 2 giveaways. So in order to win one of those codes, just make sure to go to msi.com/2/insider. And the more actions there you perform, the more chances you will have at winning one of today's game codes. And
But there is a lot more to Dying Light 2 today, right?
Oh, yes. So just go do that. We have many codes to give away, and of course, speaking about Dying Light, we have the render director from the studio with us as well from Techland. So yes, later in the live stream we'll have a dedicated interview with him. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun, so you get a lot of insights regarding how the game works and the techniques behind it, and just how many hours they've put into the game. And of course, you also have the opportunity to ask questions yourselves. And speaking about that, if you want to have an interaction with us, just make sure to go to our YouTube or Twitch channels, because there we actually are reading the chats from YouTube and Twitch. So if you want to talk to us, please go there and find the live stream. So, all right, guys, good luck. A lot of good stuff to come in the live stream. So, also something regarding the game. If you want to, for example, if you didn't win, for example, today, there's still plenty of chances for you to get a game code. If you, for example, go to our webpage, right now we actually have a bundle with the game as well. So many of our products right now also come with the game for free. So if you want to find out more regarding this, just make sure to go to our website, go to msi.com, and then there go to what's new. Here we always place on the promotions any promotion activities or bundles that we might have with products from different product categories. Here you can see the first one is the bundle with Dying Light 2 Stay Human. So of course, all the eligible products will be here, all the technical details you might need. Also here, you have until 5th of March to send in your invoice to get one of the codes. So as you can see here, we still have 1,456 game codes left. So still plenty of chance for you to get a code if you're planning on upgrading any hardware, or even getting the chairs that I'm sitting on right now, and the one underneath the table, because they both are eligible for the game code. So here, choose your weapon. Here you can see for gaming desktops which series, and then if you click on series, specifically which models. And this will automatically already show where which e-tailer or retailer in your local region is available and have it on stock. So regarding the gaming chair, for example, here, like the Repeltek and also the Fabric, both of them are also eligible. So you can find this right now is the UK version. So if you're from UK, these kind of retailers are available with stock right now. There's also information regarding the reward program that we still have, and also how you can earn a potential 15 US dollars, pounds, or euros of Steam wallet codes by leaving a comment. So yeah, if you're interested, definitely check out the product page or the promotion page after the live stream, because right now you have to keep your eyes here. We have a lot of stuff to go through, right, Mike?
For sure. And we're gonna play this game as well, right?
Yes, of course. So the stream will eventually end after the interview with a developer from Techland. We will end the stream with a live demonstration of the game. We'll show you all the performance with all of its goodies. I'm not going to tell you which kind of goodies the game already has, what kind of features, we'll see later. But yeah, there's going to be a live demo at the end of the game, at the end of the live stream. So of course, if you have any questions regarding any part of the live stream, of the chairs or the interface, just drop them in the chat. We'll do our best to go through the chats. I see many people already greeting, saying hello. Cool guys, very cool that you've all joined. So we hope to have a good time.
I see the Judge CA is asking on Twitch, would recommend adding a prefix for your giveaway, like ! giveaway, would make it easier to get the links. That one should work actually. So if you would type ! giveaway, that should give you the link to the giveaway. So please note, this is not the way to enter the giveaway, but it should provide you the link to go to the Gleam. For everyone watching on YouTube or Twitch, once every 5 minutes, our bot will also automatically put a direct link to the Gleam giveaway in the chat.
Okay, Repo saying it's today Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. Indeed, it is Thursday, but that's because we have a very special collaboration with Techland today, hence why I couldn't do it yesterday. But you will see later why. Okay, without further ado, what are we doing here today? One of the reasons, of course, one of our today's brand new gaming chairs. This one is the MSI CH130, so 130i series, and then specifically the Repeltek Fabric. And underneath the table, there's another one which I'll set up for you guys.
Underneath the table, there is a big box.
Yes.
And a knife. Be careful.
It's a very sharp knife. But I will set that one together for you as well. But yeah, so if you have any questions regarding this already, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna...
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
don't lose the screws today.
It's a heavy boy, so all right, let's set up the chair for you guys. Let's put this beautiful boy somewhere here. No, somewhere here. All right.
I had to carry that box up the stairs.
Yes, might
it was
a lot
heavy.
of work. That's very true. And this box is actually, yeah, it's really heavy.
I noticed.
When you're cutting boxes, I've made this mistake myself when I was like a lot younger. So never really choose a very long knife. If you have the choice, keep it short, especially when you have to cut open the open parts.
Yeah, so don't go zombie killing mode, just do the shortest way possible.
I have made a mistake that I have cut too deep into the products inside the box. So
what kind of product did you
mistake.
destroy?
I believe it was, well, it was a very long time ago. It was something with fabric as well. I believe it was some clothes or I don't know, pillow, something like that. Sufficient to say, I was not pleased when I opened the box.
So you ordered jeans and then you got shorts?
Yep. All right, no, don't need this anymore. Let's put it away.
Oh, Repo Man remembers what you did to the other chair.
Remember,
Ja, do not stab this chair like you
did
to the Assassin's Creed one. I think you're still wanted for murder of a chair. No, we're not going to cut any chairs today. We will pour some water over them, but that's it.
No, man. I mean, it already hurt me way too much to cut the Valhalla chair, I believe it was, right?
Yeah, indeed, was the
So we have the 5-star steel base. Let's put this here for now.
welcome to the stream.
A lot of
VRK
protection
and
in
Hussein.
here. Very needed, of course, nowadays with logistics going crazy. We
No
have
one
some
heard
guides,
that, right?
some quick guides. Actually, later I'm going to show you guys that the chair is actually so easily constructed in such a way that you don't actually need a guide. Let me just put it here for now. Okay. More foam.
Repo Man says, okay, so no stabbing, just waterboarding. Exactly.
Yes, just waterboarding indeed.
Some fluffy
Yeah, in
pillows.
case you're wondering what those were, you know, this is for the lumbar support and this is your neck cushion. If any of you guys have pre-assembled any chairs before, then you might already notice that this part already has the armrest pre-assembled to it, which saves you so much time. Just a little extra, just because we can. All right. The last few parts, we have the piston in here, we have the wheels. Of course, I'm going to unpack it in a second.
VRK is asking YouTube, is the base aluminum or plastic?
No, neither. We only use top-notch quality in the CH130 series because here we have used the full steel base. So it's not aluminum, it's not plastic.
So that's why that box was so heavy.
Yes, that's one of the reasons why it's so damn heavy. So in here we have the lifting mechanism, the last part that we need. So let's open everything up. I lied, I still need this. So how many of you guys already have a gaming chair at home? Let us know. The packaging level is over 9,000. Again, full steel. This is the lifting mechanism as well as the tilt regulator. But I'll demo this, of course, in a second when I have assembled everything, which is going to be quite a piece of cake. So here, first of all, we have the Class 4 lift piston. This piston can handle up to 150 kilograms, so it's also top of the line classification with TUV as well. So Class 2 and 3, really those are not the ones that you're looking forward to, which has the highest durability, which is of course the Class 4 lift piston.
Chat is a bit mixed. Some have gaming chairs, some have office chairs. I see someone with a $60 chair from Target.
You know, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Gotta start somewhere.
So it's all good. This is the cover for the lift piston. And of course, the 6 centimeter diagram scratch-free wheels. And for the entire process, you don't have to have anything in-house, so you don't have to worry, you don't have the, let's say, tools, because all you need are in those in the little bag right here. And you do notice, like, why are there just 3 screws? Because all the screws are already pre-assembled where they should be. So you don't actually have any. Those are just spare ones that I have right here in the back. So you don't actually need those, just in case you lose some. Happens, you'll have some spares laying around. So okay, let me get rid of the box. Okay.
And there was space.
Okay, you can still see this. Great.
Oh, 1JK has an office chair with heating. That sounds nice as well. Repo Man is saying, my chair is a queen size bed. Also very comfortable.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
That sounds pretty good. It depends a bit on what kind of games you play, but for certain games, I can imagine that a queen size bed is lovely.
Look at the carbon fiber. So, first of all, what you see in many of the cases where you have cheaper or cheap gaming chairs is that the foam is of very bad quality. You have those cheap recycled mixed foams which are just basically garbage. They seem good at first glance, but after having used for like a few months, you already start to notice that they don't really have the bouncy effect anymore, because they're basically just being squandered into a very thin layer of hard nothing.
So basically you're compressing the material over time.
Exactly. And in the CH130i series, in both chairs, this one and this one, there's only high density foam used, which is very durable and it's very sturdy, which can carry a lot of weight, and especially the durability part. You can have a really good experience with the foam. As well as in the chairs in which it's less durable. That's also because the frame that's supporting its entire structure is made of cheap plastic or some hard plastics. And here there's a full steel frame setup within the seating part, the back part, which really all consists to the quality that the chair should have, which will last you for decades. Okay, so that's just a brief little introduction of the chair. The last part I have to unpack, which is Patrick, the C-Star. So in case you just joined and wonder about the material, it's full steel frame. So no corner cut. Okay, so now let's begin with the assembly part. What you should start with is the base. Get the wheels, and for this part you don't even need any tools. All you have to do is basically, let me get closer. 5 of those in the back, and even in here we have metal constructions as well. So this is actually not light. And just to show you how well it actually turns, this should already tell you a lot. So all you have to do is squeeze the wheel inside of all the little holes right here.
So do you just click them in basically?
You just have to press and that's it. No tools needed. 1. Do it correctly, you'll hear a little click. That's 2. 3. 4. Part 1 is done. Now put this aside.
Edwin K is asking plastic wheels or metal. It's actually a combination.
It's a combination.
Yeah.
The
So the inner part is made of metal.
Is metal.
Yeah.
And the outside, the cast, is of course of plastic. You don't want metal rolling on your floors. That's going to be pretty bad. But it's not just some regular plastic. It's really high quality hardened plastic on the outside. Nope. So the hood for the piston, which is this, class 4 right here. So the next part is going to be assembling the seating part with the lifting mechanism. So let me put this aside for a second. And let me show you, even the places where you don't see, everything is very well stitched. So really no corners being cut with this kind of premium models. And like I mentioned earlier, you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws already in place, and this is exactly where the lifting mechanism should be placed. So you don't have to look for screws and look at the instruction manuals, you know, which screw goes where, because they're different in size. This already tells you everything that you need to do. Of course, so first of all, you need to untie those before you can install the lifting mechanism. As you can see, it's really loose right now, that I can just simply turn it off or take it out with my fingers. And then I put this down. So after this, you just have to take a look at the lifting mechanism that you have to put up. And remember when I mentioned that you don't really need an instruction manual, because everything is really self-explanatory. Even this one. Sometimes it happens, back in the days I've made those kind of mistakes as well, that I've installed the lifting mechanism and then when I turn it around I noticed, whoops, you need to turn it around. Because yes, it matters which side is up, which side is down. This has to do with balance, because where the lifting piston, the lift piston goes in, which is in here, it's not in the center of the chair, so it matters which side you put this up or down.
So did you fall forwards or backwards?
Indeed. So here it says already front. So you know this should face forward.
That wasn't it what Derek was asking on YouTube. Please tell me the lifting mechanism has front and back printed on it. Yes, it does.
Exactly. But it's not always the case that they have like a front or back. Okay, so almost there. Any other questions for now, maybe?
Jesters, one guy was asking, so what's the difference from those wheels and any other standard wheel of computer chair? It depends a bit on which other chair you have. Some have full plastic wheels. Some also have a combination of metal and plastic around it. So it depends very much on which chair you're comparing it to.
Okay, second. And the fact that the armrests are actually already pre-installed, that's about, I would say 50 or 60% work that you have to do for the seating part, because those actually have 6 screws in total. So about 60% of the screws that you have to do.
See, Techland is having some issues with product registration. It's best to directly send an email to customer support for this. They can help you with it.
So we're really gonna make sure that those screws are very, very tightly tightened. Because if you don't do this very firmly, it can happen that over time, with a lot of friction and movement, that they can become looser and looser, and that's when the part starts to squeeze, and you feel this kind of friction, vibrations. So be precise with what you're doing right here. All right.
Jens Haik is asking in Twitch chat, can I buy LGA 1200 bracket to an LGA 1700 motherboard?
Ooh,
No, those are different mounting mechanisms. So LGA 1200 is actually the same mounting mechanism that the previous 1150 series also used. So LGA 1150, 51, 55, 56, etc. They all have the same mounting mechanism. But LGA 1700 is a different mounting mechanism. So with an LGA 1200 bracket, you cannot mount your CPU cooler to an LGA 1700 motherboard.
Okay, so just to show you a little bit more about the frame setup. So again, like I said, the internal of the chair is full metal construction, the frame that's providing the most support. And here you can also see all the metal parts and the frame that's sticking out, which the mechanism sits on. So everything here really is all metal, which like Michiel already experienced, why the chair is so damn heavy. And that's also the quality that you want from this kind of gaming chairs, because this needs to last you for years to come, right? So it's really, it's a small investment that you have to make, but eventually you're the one to benefit from it the most. All right, that's pretty much done, the seating part. So next, what we do is that we're gonna take Patrick that we have just put together, and then
the
lift
Judge
piston.
CA is asking what's the weight limit. It's 150 kilograms for this model.
That's it. You just put it in there and that's it. No screws or anything. That's all it needs. And then to cover it up, you just put it on here. And you're done with this part. Now, before we assemble the base and the seating part, really make sure that you start working on assembling the back support onto the seating part first. Because if you install it on the base first, you're gonna have a lot of difficulties and hard time trying to get this on here, especially if you're on your own, if you don't have any help like me at the moment. So let's get started.
The Judge CA is saying not bad. I'm just glad you guys didn't add RGB to it. Such a waste to put RGB on a chair, but it would give you extra FPS.
Do not give us any idea. So there's one more little screw that's already pre-installed in here, so just gotta take that one out before we get the back support on here. On this side as well, of course. Okay. So what I just did was this is actually the part with the handle that makes sure that your chair can decline or incline. And right now it doesn't have any weight attached to it, so if you just pull this up without giving like resistance, you're gonna probably like get shocked by it because it's so damn strong. So, and it's easier when you put it like straight up to then install the back support. And again, on the back support, you see there's already 2 big screws pre-installed on there. So of course you got to take those out first. So basically this is already your quick guide, your instruction manual, because you know exactly where the screws should go and which ones should go in there.
Andre is asking on YouTube chat, do those chairs only come in fabric versions?
Actually, no. So if you want the regular CH130, we have that in a leather look as well, so full black. And so hence why those 2 specifically came out together, because they are one lineup, which is our fabric lineup.
But
so
they're
if you
still
don't want
very
that,
different.
we have different ones as well.
Yeah, but also the types of fabric for these 2 chairs are quite different. We will show you later on what the exact difference is. Skillless Bacon saying on Twitch chat, I'm actually surprised you didn't add a hint of red to it, to be honest. It depends on the chair. We also have chairs with red accents.
To be honest, I was too.
But yeah, different people like different looks, and these are a bit more neutral.
I had the same reaction. So hence why when I saw the chairs, I was really like, wow. The design is completely different from what we have done before. And I think, you guys should definitely give us feedback. You know, do you like this kind of design better, more neutral, more clean? Or would you like to have more gaming statements, you know, color-wise and structure combinations of that? Let us know what you think of the chairs. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to align the holes that's already in the back support with, of course, where it has to be combined with. So of course, piece of cake, just align it and then put in the screws and you will be almost finished.
Charlie Holmes asking on YouTube chat, does the CH130 have an hourly rating, like 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, rating for hours of sitting? I don't think we have a specific rating for that, but like in general, like no matter how good your chair is, just make sure not to sit too many hours a day. Always stand up every now and then, take a walk, or maybe you have one of those fancy desks that you can adjust, so you can either sit or stand. It's usually not good for your back if you sit too many hours a day. Personally, I'm also using one of those standing desks now. I try to stand at least like half of my working day, for example.
That's really healthy. So
yeah, it's much better for your back.
definitely, if you have a job where you have to sit around all day, try it out.
It slowly starts to look like a chair, Jah.
That is what we're going for. So, have anybody told us if this kind of style is preferred over black and red?
Mr. Masterdog says, way better design, don't add red. Yeah, it's really, it's a personal preference. I also like the neutral look. My personal favorite is the one that you can see behind Jah right now. The Repeltek Fabric. I like the dark kind of gray color.
I'm pretty sure you just want to test out its ability with your cat.
Yeah, indeed. Edwin K is saying, black chair with white MSI dragons on it.
Well, the dragon is white.
Monk NL says, I prefer it clean and subtle. Also see a good idea from Skillless Bacon, but imagine being able to customize the chair to your color scheme. It's also an interesting one. Pankai says on YouTube chat, I like the red and black combination, but it looks nice.
Okay, 4 screws later. We're almost there. Then, it's probably the easiest part of the entire process. Make sure to place this somewhere. Make sure it doesn't roll around, and then you just have to line up this part with the lift piston. And voila! Now, the very last, which is has nothing to do with the assembly anymore, it's now aesthetics, is the covers of this and this. So for this we have 2 covers. One looks different than the other. That's because this side has a handle mechanism, so it's thicker, which means the one that's bigger needs to be placed in here.
Gentech is saying, I just bought the MPG Z690 Edge Wi-Fi DDR4. I'm very happy. Good to hear, good to hear. I'm glad you like it. Sharky San is asking, what are the 2 cutouts on the back for? Which ones do you mean exactly? Like on the top?
The cutouts, oh, you mean, wait.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see it now.
You mean this? Pretty much, yeah, those are the only 2 cutouts anyways. So, first of all, aesthetic-wise, this is an assembly or a semblance of a racing car, a racing chair. But moreover, this has a functional, functionality. So, where is it? Here. The lumbar support needs to be installed. Well, you'll see in just a second. I'm almost done with this. So this is also for the lumbar support and also for your neck cushion.
Yeah, you use it to assemble it. Jesse S is saying, good day, when will MSI make a micro ATX case? I would love to have a micro ATX MSI system. We may have one in the works. You didn't hear this, by the way?
No, he didn't. I definitely heard it.
Just maybe. I'm not going to say we do, but maybe. Mad Code Disease is saying, what do the acronyms for MPG, MAG and MEG stand for? MPG is MSI Performance Gaming, MAG is MSI Arsenal Gaming, and EG is MSI Enthusiast Gaming. And basically it's this segmentation from more entry level to mid-range to high-end.
I don't know how, but I lost a cover. How do
So this time you didn't lose a screw, but a cover?
No. I have changed profession.
That's a new one.
I've changed profession. How I did you guys see? Did you guys see where I put the other black cover?
You were showing both of them, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what happened. Where did it go?
Just for your guys' reference, Jazz currently working on like 2 square meters, and he still manages to lose a cover. Don't you have both on?
Oh yeah.
You already installed it. Where is it?
I haven't had coffee for a very long time.
We can tell.
And some water. I'm a little bit dehydrated.
Matt Courtesy says it's on the left. No, that's the knife he used to cut open the box. The covers are already installed.
Guys, it was a trick question. It was to test if I have paid any attention like Michiel did.
Was that it?
Of course. We are done, children. Okay, so now comes the optional parts. Lumbar support. Let me show you what it is. Well,
the judge here
as you
is
can see
saying
here,
someone get just some water. Well, actually he has a lot of water in front of him. He will use that later in the stream.
So the lumbar support is optional. You know, some people like it, some people don't. I know Michiel hates it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I always take it out.
It's a really strong, it feels like memory foam, so very high density foam. Comes back right away. So if you like to have some more lumbar support, if you don't know what it is, it's basically for your back, your lumbar. That's what it's for. So what you got to do is basically this, and then the lower straps, put it underneath and in between the chair and the back support. And then on the back side, line it up.
So that's what the cutouts are for.
Now, depending on your own preference, you might also use this for your neck support as well. You know, but some people, you know, have longer upper body, and some people have shorter upper body. So it really depends on where would you like to have this. So some people would like to place it here, which means you have to do this. But me, personally, my upper body is a little bit longer than average for my length, so I would like to do something else. So I would like to place it here. So around it, this provides a little bit.
You mean that you have very short legs, yeah?
Yes, that's actually a correct math. So I like to place it here, where the position of the neck cushion is a little bit higher. Now this is like brilliant if you, after hours of gaming, would like to relax. And let me get rid of this. When you really try to lay back, that's when this little cushion is going to give you so much more extra comfort.
Disappearing there.
This right here. Because usually when you're sitting upright, you're not really. Okay, of course, depending on how much inclination there is to the backside, but you're not really doing this when you're playing games. Usually you're sitting a little bit more straight up, so you're not making full contact with the cushion behind your neck. So really when you go lay down, that's where the magic really starts to happen.
Okay, Joe, I have a very complicated question for you from Misfit.
Really?
Does
He's
it
lucky
have,
I'm very comfortable.
Does it have a locking tilt mechanism, and
Yes.
can the seat
Yes.
tilt with
Yes.
the back?
I'm gonna show you everything that the chair can do now. So don't worry, guys. But of course, if you have any questions, you can also ask. So obviously this you have already seen. So let me just show you how far you can actually incline. All right, so this is the max inclination, close to 180 degrees. Now, if you want to lay back even more, then you gotta make sure that your chair is not locked in tilt. And how you have to do that to check is with the same handle that handles the, with the lift piston, the up and down. This you can also pull out. So do you hear the click? So when you put it out, that's where you have full flexibility, which means I have to be careful now, because if I probably go back way too hard, I'm gonna make like half a backflip. So you see, now you have more flexibility as to how far you can actually go down. Right now, if I close my eyes, I'll probably miss the interview with Techland in a second, so I'm not gonna do that. So yes, definitely you have the lock support for the tilting part.
So if you're on a LAN party, you don't have to bring it back.
Yes. Now, everything that I'm showing you here is exactly the same there. So this is our Repeltek Fabric, and this is our normal fabric. So you don't have to wonder about what about the other one. It's exactly the same functionality-wise. Now, when it comes to your armrest, adjust it the way you want it. Pretty straightforward, right? And something else is that in its default position, so there's like a little wiggle room for a little bit of, back and forth. Now, in its default position, there's only so much you can do with lock on. So if you like to have the default position a little more screwed back to the back, you have to use the tilt adjustment, which is this part. So this makes sure that, like Jimmy just show you, because right now it's pretty much standing upright. If I use this tilt lock and I'm just gonna set it pretty much all the way open, it's gonna be different than before. It's more laid back. And the way around is of course the same. If I turn it back, all the way back, almost there. Now I can't really go back. It's more straight. And this, you're gonna notice this even more when you try to, really try to relax and lay back. So there's tons of functionalities and features as to how you can adjust the chair to really match the kind of ergonomics you're looking for with the specific kind of chair. Yeah, so let me show you guys a little bit more details regarding the chair itself, because adjustment wise, I pretty much already showed you guys everything. The tilt lock, the tilt adjustment, and of course the racing car handle that gets you back either all the way straight or close to 180 degrees flat, and the armrest. Now the fabric, let me show you in more close. This is the CH130i Fabric. This version also has an accent element, which is the carbon fiber throughout the chair. So the front as well, the whole outline, as well as the back side. And the other one, which is the Repeltek, which is Michiel's favorite.
Yep. I like the way this looks.
This one is much softer actually, because it's
so
a
fluffy.
different fabric than the fabric. This is the Repeltek Fabric, and it really feels like a mixture of soft fabric and a suede leather. It's really goddamn soft. It's hard to describe. It's like petting feather. And this actually has a functionality to it as well. Besides both chairs being very breathable, the materials are very breathable to keep you refreshed, you know, even during the summer, so you don't really get like a 90 degrees butt. This fabric actually repels liquid. And there's a special weaving as to this kind of fabric, which makes it a lot more scratch resistant. So if you have chickens, cats at home that like to play around with you or just use your chair when you're not here, their nails are a lot less damaging on this kind of special weaving fabric than your regular gaming chairs. But its biggest, which is a lot of fun, let me show you in more details, advantage. So our camera still needs to connect, so just a second, guys.
Can you restart the app?
We're trying to make some connections with the camera.
Wireless camera.
We're gonna be fine.
Awesome. Yeah, there we are.
So here is our CH130i Repeltek Fabric. Just relaxing, and you just grabbed a big cup of water from the kitchen because you're thirsty. What happened? Whoop! You spilled some shit on it. Now, look at it. Move around. This is the Repeltek, world's first gaming chair with the Repeltek technique. Really makes it water repellent, as you can see. It's just chilling on there. You can still sip it and drink it if you like. So besides being very cat and animal friendly and durable, it also makes sure that whenever you do spill liquid on it, it's so much better, well, because it just repels the liquid itself. Now, this of course can be more than just water. It can be your drinks, maybe even soup. I haven't tested soup yet, but you can test it out yourself. But what this really makes it shine is that besides just repelling liquid, it also makes it so much easier to clean because of the fact that it's such a special weaved fabric. And dirt and liquid doesn't really stick to the surface, so that's why it also makes it so much easier to clean whenever you do make it dirty.
So this coating is just on the Repeltek fabric, not the normal fabric, right?
Exactly. So hence why this is also called the Repeltek, because it's repellent fabric specifically to this model. Now,
Lee was asking, that means it's not washable. It's actually very easy to clean this one.
So the let's say the last main benefit of this kind of fabric, due to its special weaving, is that since it's very soft fabric, texture, this kind of fabric normally will start to peel. So peeling, with peeling effect is like same with your clothes. If you have worn your clothes like a lot of times, friction and some movements and stuff like that can create like the kind of fabric balls on your clothes or whatever surface that is that you're using right now. This kind of weaving actually prevents the peeling effect. So this is tailor-made for that as well, just to make sure it's much more durable, even though it is a fabric which is not like a leather or hard plastic or these kind of textures. So yeah, a lot of the kind of goodies with the Repeltek that you can definitely benefit from at home. Either it's your cat or your clumsiness or just the occasion mistake of dropping some soup or a Coke on your chair. So yeah, if you have any questions, of course, guys, just let us know. We'll try our best to answer them, because After this, we're going to introduce our special guest. So definitely make sure to stick around. And before that, I think we'll give you guys some time to think of some questions. In the meantime, Michiel, I think we can draw some winners, right?
I think that's a very good idea. So if you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider. Or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can also follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes. I see some questions in the chat. Ghost in the Machine TTV is asking, is this just clickbait then? Where is Dying Light 2? Yes, this is just clickbait. No, of course
You have
not.
gone to the wrong place.
We'll actually have a cool interview with Techland in a minute about Dying Light 2, and later on we'll also play the game.
So right now, Michiel is gonna select a few winners because it's been a while. So we're definitely gonna reward
let's do two right
quite
away.
a few guys a game code of Dying Light 2. In the meantime, Michiel, which of the two chairs do you prefer to have right now? Because I have two of them.
I want to have the Repeltek.
The Repeltek?
Yeah.
I thought you have a can of Coke
because
there, right?
Because it's so fluffy.
All right, let me get the chair to you then.
I've got our two first winners for today. The first one is Brookie. Congratulations, you won a game code for Dying Light 2. And our second winner is JV. Congratulations, you also won a game code for Dying Light 2. So for the winners, keep an eye out on your mailbox because we will email the codes to you with some instructions on how to redeem it in the coming days. So congratulations, and if you haven't participated yet, make sure to do so. And now I'm going for the quick chair switch here. So quickly disappearing. Oh, it's so soft. Jack, can I take this home? It's so soft.
I mean, you don't have to ask me. It's fine by me. You have to ask
I'm going
Eric.
to remove the lumbar support though. That's not my thing.
If you like to, do, especially nowadays with Corona, you're still, in some areas quite sensitive to go to the gym. Want to do some crunches?
Oh, my God.
Definitely no problem.
Sweet. Let's see if we have some last questions in the chat that we can answer. What weight can the chair support without breaking? Well, the official weight that it can support is up to 150 kilograms.
Exactly.
Where do you buy one of those chairs? You can actually, if you go to the Dying Light landing page, you can actually also see where you can get them, also where they're in stock, and where you can also get the Dying Light 2 game code when you buy one of these chairs. What's the price of the chairs? It depends on the region, but what's the price?
You can get it right now, especially right now, actually, I've seen them on discount in quite a few stores. So you can actually find them at 300 euros or US dollars already, because usually they cost about 330, 350-ish around the world, and depends what kind of region you are. It might differ here and there, but that's generally the indication. So any questions, any more questions for now?
Tanishk is asking, I'm thinking to buy a laptop, wanted to ask if MSI will release Titan series, or should I wait for it or just buy the GE76? I don't even know the answer to this question, to be honest, about whether or not that will be released soon. So unfortunately I cannot answer that one. Lipio06 is asking, what's your favorite feature of these chairs?
Well, the Repeltek, I mean, it's quite awesome.
It's super soft.
Yeah, the fabric itself, how it feels, is already like the biggest plus for me. The second one is just that, the fact that it's so breathable and it's so easy to clean. Yeah, those are basically the biggest one for me for the Repeltek, besides the fact that it actually repels liquid. That's just goddamn cool, if you ask me. But yeah, and for this one, it's the same, the fabric, the design, and also the quality that's inside the chair itself. So then I'm speaking of the foam and the support. So I actually know that this kind of investment that I'm making will last me for years. So, and that's something that you should look forward to.
So Ja, Enough about the chairs.
All right.
We've got some people in
Guys,
the chat who
so
are dying
like
for some
promised,
Dying Light
because
too.
yeah, we have a very special guest joining with us today, which is the render director from Techland. His name is Thomas, but he prefers us to just call him Tom Shalkowski. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's welcome Tom and have a good time together.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Tom.
Welcome to the
I'm
stream.
Tomasz Szokowski. I'm rendering director at Techland. I work here for 9 years right now.
9 years, that's quite a lot of
Yeah,
time.
I'm an
That's
engine
many
programmer for about 14 years right now. And my journey with programming started about 30 years ago. So I'm pretty old with programming stuff. I started with Atari, Amiga computers, you know. Maybe
Really, Atari?
those, yeah.
Holy crap.
65 XT, yeah, my first computer. My father bought it, yeah. And I loved BASIC, and that's how it started. And as rendering director at Techland, I'm head of a rendering team. So a couple of guys that makes the visuals possible on our platforms. This includes PCs, of course, consoles, and all other stuff that is able to capable to get video output. We are making ports of Nintendo Switch from time to time. You know, maybe about our Dying Light 1, for example, port recently released. And as we are quite a low-level programmers, so we also advise other
I wouldn't
teams.
say that.
Yeah, we advise other teams with, widely speaking, CPU, GPU, and I/O optimizations because we know how the stuff is running and what is the best way to utilize all the power that is lying around.
So you're quite technical.
Yeah, indeed.
All right. Okay, then speaking of the game, you know, how long did you guys actually work on the game? Well, Dying Light 2, of course, for you guys that have just joined the
Yeah,
chat.
it was quite a long journey for us. It took about 6-7 years even, but all our games are running on our in-house engine called CEngine, and we are constantly developing the engine. So the engine itself, it's almost 20 years old, 25, let's say. The whole Techland is this year we celebrate 13th anniversary.
Oh,
So
congrats.
yeah, thank you. And because it's constant upgrade, we are releasing games during the upgrades of the engine as well. So yeah, let's say it's about 6 years for Dying Light 2, but for the whole engine is a continuous integration and continuous development of new features, new technologies, and new platforms.
Right. So about 6 or 7 years just for the game. Like which part of the game takes the longest for you guys to actually do from the technical point of view? Like, is there like a part that's specific?
It's a tough question, because I always don't know 100% what's the game look like, because mostly I'm just running a sample, running using FreeCam, testing some things, debugging things. Making some improvements, checking if those are working fine. But in this project, the biggest, let's say, the biggest improvement we have to accomplish was the big open world structure of the city. And this is the first game that got so many new technical changes in our engine. Those altogether made possible to play just on one level, let's say. So the main map is the main level itself, and you don't have loading screens like in Dying Light 1.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's, I think a lot of people love that fact. And yeah, actually, I played around with the game, and really the open world was really something that I was quite struck with, because I was also familiar with Dying Light 1. It was a really nice game, but this kind of big open world, it was quite something different. It was quite amazing to play with.
It's very demanding when you want to put AAA quality in sometimes older hardware, and the engine should scale across all the available platforms we have. So even if you got quite poor PC or you are running super beefy PC, the game will use it, and you will be able to get the best Dying Light 2 experience.
Right. So in this kind of project, like, what kind of team size are we talking about? How many people do actually work on this kind of projects?
Yeah, I've asked about this before our interview, and it turns out that the team is very huge. It's around 1,500 people involved in the
Really?
process. Yeah, it's a huge amount of work needed to accomplish this. The biggest program we have here. We never did so huge game before,
Yeah.
so this is something really big for us.
But then it's
Right.
also different people coming in at different stages of the development process, right?
Yeah, of course, and also our partners, external companies that help us. Yeah.
Well, so it's a big step, really, really a big step towards like making such a huge game. So I guess you guys are doing something right.
Yeah.
Awesome, good to see. Yeah, so regarding the game itself, since you've spoken about it, the hardware part. So right now, I believe it is PC only, right?
The game will be released on previous generation of consoles, current generation of consoles, so-called next gens,
Yeah.
and of course PC right now, and later on Nintendo Switch using cloud gaming. Yeah.
Okay. So can the gamers expect like cross-platform co-op and online experience?
Yeah, we are working hard to bring this in the future. Right
What
now,
guys? Sorry, I was just speaking to the chat, like happy for them. Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying that the cross-gen play might be available in the future. Right now, it's not available.
Ah, okay, but it's coming. It's on the in the plan.
Cross-platform, you know, so
Yeah.
PC and consoles.
Can imagine it's a very complicated process to really work through.
Yeah, it's also a matter of optimization because you know some let's say more powerful PC is able to handle some things faster, and this might be an advantage. And you know, if you want to pair everybody, it should be equal. And it's not an easy task for us to bring it on the
Yeah,
release.
understandable.
In what
It's-
kind of areas will you mostly benefit from having, for example, a high-end PC when comparing it to a low-end PC? Like where in the game will you see the biggest differences when running this on a very high-end machine?
Yeah, for PC, we bring a couple of options to choose and new technologies implemented into the engine. So, for example, if you got card capable of ray tracing, you could enable it. So you will be able to get, let's say, ray traced shadows, reflections. Our torchlight, flashlight, which is very important in dark areas when you are playing no parkour style, but rather stealth.
Yeah.
You could bounce the light off the wall and don't wake up the zombies, for example, because the ray tracing will spread the light across the scene and bounce it. And except also ambient occlusion is using ray tracing, and this brings super stability to this effect because in most of the games when ray tracing is not used, the ambient occlusion effect, which makes the corners more darker, so the whole graphics is more 3D like.
Right.
It's made of screen space information only. So if, for example, you move your weapon, some things change. You could notice that it's reacting to what you are doing. And ray tracing is based on the scene geometry. And because of that, the ambient occlusion effect is super stable.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So coming from, of course, Dying Light 1, are there like many similarities still? Because you do already mention like there are so many new tech and improvements, but are there still similarities with like 1?
To be honest, only the basic framework is more or less the same, the overall engine structure. But I tried to check what changed, and almost every area of our engine and the game improved somehow. Even the file system, handling, even so easy things. We got new animation system, we got new AI system, new quest system that is capable of choices and consequences.
Sorry. Just a question in between. Are those the in-house developed systems, or is this something that you use? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot
this
of work
is
there.
total, let's say, components of our engine. And we improved also the audio system. Right now we are using WeWise. And of course the rendering part. So we got new lighting model. So outdoors right now look very, very different, like in Dying Light 1. You will get the feel of the bounce of lightning everywhere. So things like color bleeding, when the sun shines on one building, you will see the bounce of light on the other in the shadow.
Right.
This looks great. We got also ray traced global illumination for that. So if you are running ray tracing, you could improve the effect using ray tracing. But even without, the game looks, in my opinion, great. And whether if you
Yeah.
got a few $1,000s PC, or it's quite old, let's say 5 years, for example, you should be happy with the game and the optimization. And we put a lot of options for PC players, so you could go to advanced tab and tweak the game to fit your needs and your hardware. This is something that we did especially for PC, because console it
Yeah.
got only easy setup.
Oh, that's really awesome, actually. So basically, you're saying that even for those of you guys that are watching right now, that have like an old PC, like 5 years old, it's still very, very capable of handling the game because
Indeed.
it's so well optimized.
Yeah, I hope that everybody will be happy. As
Yeah.
PC world is very,
Yeah,
very
indeed.
big, so there
Yeah.
might be some configurations that, but we also we support our titles for a long time, and we will improve it still. You experiment with the game, making extensions, and as I know, we will do this for at least 5 years or now. So if you find some troubles, just put a message and we'll try to figure out what's wrong and help.
Awesome. Actually, in between, we have a few questions in the chat. Let me just try to relay it. So Matt Cow is asking, well, it comes down to like, did you guys have like a partnership, like for example, like when you were creating the game, trying to optimize it with like, for example, NVIDIA or AMD, or did you just work standalone,
Yeah.
kind of ish?
We are working together with NVIDIA on things related to ray tracing and DLSS. And we are in partnership with Intel as well. So PC part optimization regarding CPU. But to be honest, we are working with everybody in the industry because we got friends everywhere, and we want the game to run without any problems on different hardware, different vendors. So we are experimenting even with some dual screen laptops and plenty of that, really.
There's so many elements to think about.
Yeah.
Actually, the other question is very interesting. Misfit is asking, would it be possible to add VR support to the game, maybe in the future?
Interesting thing, VR was present in Dying Light 1 as a cheat in the configs.
As a cheat?
Yeah, because I've implemented it.
Oh, you actually did it?
Yes.
Okay,
but,
guys, so now you've met a maker of the cheat.
Yeah, but there was a problem with motion sickness in this kind of game, so we didn't publish it officially, never. But I just wanted to keep it. So there was a let's say backdoor in the settings file, and I saw on Reddit that people found it and found it a lot of joy enabling it. But right now, VR is not present in the engine.
Okay.
We are waiting for future improvements in this area as the user base needs something that is maybe more convenient in use, like day-by-day use.
Right,
I'm a big VR fan, and I started my my love with 3D when there was shutter glasses, something that
that's
connecting to
quite a long time ago.
video output.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 15 years ago, you were able to enable 3D support in the drivers, and that's how I was playing Need for Speed, for example, and other games, and I would enjoy it a lot. And right now, I'm playing on VR in, for example, Flight Simulator. I love to play this game on VR.
All right, good, great plans ahead, maybe, guys. Something to look forward to, maybe. Okay, cool. So then, right. So we have already touched base on some technologies. Like, what kind of new technologies or features, can gamers experience in Dying Light 2?
So the mentioned RT and DLSS, FSR is included as well. So we got a bunch of upscalers for all vendors of graphic cards, and we got WiiWise on our own audio stuff. So expect great audio and great positioning as well. What else can we bring? It's hard to say because those alone are just labels, but altogether this bring you and a great natural movement parkour experience in a big open world game. So
Yeah.
it's the best. Just take a look and how everything is mixed together and how it plays.
Yeah, but sufficient to say there are quite a few new goodies for everybody to enjoy in the new Dying Light 2. All right, cool, cool. I'm just in the chat. Nothing, right, Michiel? Okay. Okay, then what about the game engine? Because I'm very interested in the game engine as well, because that's of course the heart and soul of the game. So what can you tell us about the game engine and how it performs more or less hardware on average on hardware nowadays?
Yeah. First thing, it's multi-threaded even in the previous games, so it will use multiple threads found in CPU. From the other hand, we tweaked it for at least 8 cores. So
8 cores. That's already
yeah,
massive compared to.
this is something like you can't find on the console. So interesting thing that we use almost all resources on the prep generation of consoles. There is almost no place to enter with a finger there because it's the whole console is running to bring you the best quality and performance. And regarding PCs and average specs, I hope that settings proposed by us, so the low, mid, and high, will fit your needs. You don't need extra hardware right now. It's about 4 gigs of graphics memory and at least 8, we recommend 16. And even Windows 7 players will be able to play because Windows 7 and DirectX 11 is supported. And from the other side, Windows 11 and DirectX 12 Ultimate as well.
We have seen Tix in the chat saying, just bought Dying Light 2 Ultimate Edition. Congratulations, dude. I hope you enjoy. And someone else is saying, Daredevil was saying, thanks for the good optimization. So, yeah, see, a lot of people definitely do appreciate that. Okay, cool. Okay, then what about when we talk about features like DLSS or FSR? Like, is it from your perspective really difficult to implement into the game? Like that kind of process, how does that look like?
Mm-hmm. So regarding upscalers, it's quite, let's say, straightforward to implement it, but it's not always easy to master it because there are some things that you have to accomplish. Sometimes you have to help to get the best quality available, but at the end, DLSS, for example, is able of really doing miracles on the screen because when you compare native resolution and DLSS output on still images, it looks the same. You don't feel the difference except the frame rate is far way higher. Yeah. So this is just a win situation. And this is for upscalers, but when it comes to ray tracing, it's not so easy because ray tracing needs some help from the engineers, and to work, it needs a description of the scene. It's called BVH. It's a tree-like structure, and it's something like texture for rasterized graphics. So the BVH is something like data that is needed to trace rays there. So you have to change the way you handle your meshes, put them into the structure, and then you could start casting rays. And this is the very, very beginning because one thing is to implement a feature, let's say a reflection.
Yeah.
It's quite easy if it's a mirror, because one ray goes in, one goes out. You hit something, you have your information.
Yeah.
That's easy. But if we are talking about diffuse surfaces, that one ray spreads to multiple,
Right.
things get complicated right now, and there is no
sorry,
hardware.
Thomas. Can you give an example, maybe what kind of surface would do that, just for the
For
average
example,
viewer?
let's say a wall that is painted. It's quite complicated, because if you put a light on it, the light will spread in whole directions, and you should grab it somewhere. And to finish, because the hardware is not capable to simulate all the rays that you have to do, you have to cut down the number of rays and use advanced techniques like denoising to make it work, actually. And denoisers aren't simple. This is when our partnership with NVIDIA is a great opportunity for us to be in touch with top specialists in industry in this area. We were working hard on developing denoisers on our RTFX, and it's worked to be honest, great. Check it out how it looks, how ray tracing still looks on PCs. I hope that you will be happy. And right now, most of the games doesn't support ray tracing as the whole effect, because the scene is too complex to put everything there and disable the classic rasterized path. So you have to run hybrid setups. This is how CEngine is running too. So we are doing rasterizing things, and on top of that, add ray traced effects that are that traces the scene and use geometry information and brings reflections, AO, shadows, and other effects.
Right.
For these new techniques, you have like ray tracing, also DLSS, FSR, and they're all relatively new, and you've been working on the game for a longer time than those technical developments. Is it difficult, like, to implement them into your project, because basically these new techniques come out while you're already working on the game? Is that a big challenge, and how do you work with that?
Yes, it is, but this is an advantage of in-house engine, because you got plenty of engineers that know how the stuff is working, and if you know all the details, it's quite easy to prototype things. And this is how we work. We are experimenting, doing researches, changing some things, comparing images, comparing the performance, and at the end, the winner, let's say, lands in the game, and you could see the very best mix of things we tried and the things we changed in the engine, and everything is in the game.
So because of that in-house engine, you can be way more flexible with adding these new techniques.
Yes, indeed, and because we know that we are making FPP games. This is what Techland do for 30 years, and this is our focus, to bring open world games, FPP, with great quality, so we could optimize and shift some, toggles to focus on that, and to it's not a generic engine like Unity, for example. So it's not suited for platformer game, but it's for 3D action FPP game. So you will benefit, because you could cut some corners and leave some generic stuff behind and focus on FPP and what we want to achieve in our games.
Okay.
I see some questions in the chat. I'm not sure if you can answer them, because they're not related to, for example, rendering and stuff, but I got some people asking, like, what's the maximum number of co-op players and the maximum number of players that you can put in a multiplayer in Dying Light 2?
Regarding co-op, it's 4 players.
4 players, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a squad. You can squad up, guys. So, is that like the same for the online experience? Because is there like only co-op campaigns, or also a general online?
I'm not an expert in this area, but
that's okay. That's okay.
I was testing this. It's just jump in co-op, so you could just play the game and start playing with your friends, just whenever, in any time. But please check it.
Okay. And I was really wondering about this part. So have you actually played or finished the game? yourself?
No, I never did it because we are changing save versions from time to time, and I never had so much time to finish the game because it's huge.
Yeah.
And if I'm testing for a longer time, this means that I'm able to play for 3, maximum 4 hours, and then I have some pause, and after a few days the save version is changed and I have to start over again.
Right.
So it's very hard.
Yeah.
Yes, but I leave this after everything will be fixed, everything will be there. You know, I will take a break and just try to finish the game. As the Dying Light 1, as I finished it.
All right, I think it's just such a different feeling as to something that you have created, like yourself, that you actually then get to play, like how that actually feels like. I think that's like pretty awesome.
Yes, but it's awesome and it's not awesome at the same time, because
maybe you're very
when
critical.
I'm playing the game, it's very hard for me to close my eyes for all errors I see there. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
I see some more questions in chat. I think a couple of have already been answered about crossplay. They're still working on that between different platforms. And will Dying Light have FSR soon? I believe it already has, right, Tom?
Yes, it has on release. Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Okay, then Tom, maybe the last question for today, and then we'll leave you alone. You can play the game maybe. But is there maybe any current or future projects that you can maybe tell the viewers that you are allowed to tell, even? Something in that sense?
Something to look forward to?
To be honest, we are working on a big, also AAA game, but I don't remember if we revealed something more, so it will be safer for me.
Then better not to disclose so many details. But safe to say that you guys are definitely working on a new AAA game.
Yeah, we're always working on new AAA game. Yeah. This is a continuous process here. We have,
But is it
the engine and the games are still in development. It's it's a long process. So
is it gonna be a zombie genre?
I don't know.
All right, very safe. Well, guys, if you still have any questions for Tom, please let us know. Otherwise, I think we think his time is very valuable, so we're gonna say goodbye to him and really thank him for joining us today.
Ooh, I see an interesting question on Twitch chat.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
Are there any Easter eggs in Dying Light 2? Like in Dying Light 1, we could unlock the Mario glide, for example.
Did you work on that as well?
Yeah, I saw at least a few, but I think there are plenty of them. Just go around and search for everyone.
I will definitely keep my eyes open in just a second when I do the live demonstration of the game as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a nice play. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Tom, we would like to thank you a lot for your time. Really very insightful, a lot of stuff that we didn't know before. I hope you guys, enjoyed your time with Tom as well. So,
Tom, thank you so much. And now we're going to try out the
result.
Have a
good day, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so guys, if you're planning on becoming a game developer or a designer or a render artist, definitely a lot of stuff to look forward to. Okay, guys, so now we're finally going to get into the actual game. So let's get going. I'll ask Michiel.
Let's see if you can find those Easter eggs. Yeah.
All right, let me hydrate. Very important.
So you've already been trying out a bit, right? Yeah?
Yes, and I have to say I'm glad that it's not VR, because otherwise I might have had a few heart attacks here and there already.
All the zombies.
All right. So first of all, let me give you guys a look and feel, just in case you haven't seen or experienced the game yet, of how the game looks like. Honestly, it's exactly what you would expect from a AAA title game. The details of the grass, how the mesmerization works, at the texture. If you look at them up close, the general lighting effects, the environment. Yeah. It's exactly what you would like to have for a AAA title game. The glow of lights, the ambient occlusion here is just yeah, pretty awesome. So
See, a little while back, Zentek said, Mike, do not spill Coke on your new chair. Such a waste of that water Repeltek chair. Well, because of the Repeltek, I can just wipe the Coke off. Shouldn't be that much of an issue.
okay, if 30 people say you should do it, then I will give 30 votes. We'll have Mike try it out. Hey, leave me alone. I'm talking to the audience. Yeah, sorry guys. Right now, this is my only weapon. If you don't count the worthless hammer that I just found on the street. Actually gets me pretty far. All right, before I get into the game details, let me show you guys the settings that I'm using right now. Pretty much everything already maxed out, but without the ray tracing, shining in full glory. Vertical synchronization off. Put this here. Nothing much to talk about. So then we go to advanced. This is really where things get interesting. So you have the option of the DirectX 12 or the DirectX 12 Ultimate for ray tracing. This is of course something that we would like to get into, especially with our hardware. Right now I'm using the Asus TI 512 with 12900K and RTX 3090. By this time I'm pretty much just used to this kind of performance, so I can't really enjoy anything less anymore. So
you're spoiled.
My job has drawbacks. So if I go back home, I have to enjoy my 3 tiers lower gaming performance PC, but it is what it is. So the rest of the stuff, field of view, I'm gonna change later because right now I'm just leaving to standard so you guys can see how it looks like, but I prefer to have a bigger field of view, but this will have a bigger impact on your performance, your FPS. So the more you actually see, the more pixels it has to render in the game, more frame. So then you will have a lower FPS experience. So be careful with how much you set up the extra field of view to. So here it says high, but that's the lowest, that's the highest that it can go. The same for motion blur. So I have this to none. Particle sliding quality, high, also maximum. Sun shadow, let's go to ray traced. So interestingly, they have separated ray tracing here into several categories instead of having one ray trace off, ray trace on. This is now separated into sun shadow quality, the ambient occlusion quality. So here, let's go for ultra quality with ray tracing, global illumination quality, ray tracing, and then the reflections quality also set to ultra quality with ray tracing. Ray trace flashlight, this is also what Tom also touched upon, something that's very important inside in the game, but unfortunately I don't have it unlocked yet, so I can't really show you guys. You have to go get the game, win the codes, and try it out yourself.
I see some people who are very interested in Coke on the chair. So shall we try it out?
Go for it.
Okay. Sure.
You wanna grab
I've got a camera here. I set it up.
Oh, you set it up already.
So let me twist
you guys are so
bit.
evil.
It's all your fault. So here we have the chair.
Do you have something
let
to
me
wipe it with?
grab some paper. I'm
you
quickly
have some
going to put you guys down and grab some paper. I set this already so I can clean it again. Okay, so the chair. I've got my can of Coke. So let me drop some in here. Still work? You see?
Oh my god, look at that!
It works perfectly fine. I'm not going to spill my whole can because I'm still a bit thirsty. But no problem at all. You can just take it off. I need a bit more paper though. 1 second guys, more paper.
Yes, Syntax, you have got what you want.
You see how easy this is to clean? And the Coke is gone. That's it.
Well. Not just talking the talk,
I got some paper
walking.
with Coke in here.
Frizigo is saying, I need this in my life. What was the chair name? It is the CH130. And then just look up Repeltek. So like Repeltek Fabric. Just go to our webpage and you can look up the gaming chairs and you'll see it right there.
Luckily I still have some Coke left.
All right. So pretty much I've set all the settings where ray tracing is possible to ray tracing, and then the fog quality, as you can see, high is the highest, so there is no ultra here. And then let's see what happens. I hope I don't have to restart the game. I have to restart the game, but rumors say that this is quick as hell.
This is the perfect time to have another giveaway. So if you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider. Or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can also follow, follow
actually, the game has already restarted.
You're too
That's
fast.
how quick it is.
You're too fast. We're still drawing another winner. Our next winner is Romana. Congratulations, you also won a game code for Dying Light 2. So please keep an eye out on your mailbox and we will email you the code with some instructions on how to redeem it in the coming days.
Awesome stuff. All right.
Let's get back to the game.
Oh, yes, I do hope that it saved my game though.
I hope so too.
Holy crap, I have 1900 FPS. I had. Okay.
VRK is asking, are you going to play at least 2 hours? No, unfortunately not. Security will kick us out sooner.
So right now I'm playing on 1440p. Let me check. Video resolution, vertical upscaler, DLSS, quality, balance, performance. So obviously guys, if you have set every single ray trace option on to ultra quality as well, yes,
then it's
on
very
1440p it's gonna be, especially with AAA title games, yes, it looks mind-baffling, I have to say. Especially the ambient occlusion here, just quite on a different level. But let me try to find something else to see if we can get some more of the ray tracing action. Just look at the shadow, the lighting effects.
Schnips is asking on what GPU? Well, actually, I have a nice spec visual here, so you can see all the details of this system. That was a big jump.
Yeah, I have a strong character, so it's okay. Let's check out some
So this is a
reflections.
very, very high-end system. We're running a 12900K, so one of the latest Elder Lake CPUs with an RTX 3090 graphics card.
Oh my god, look at all the reflection.
Sharky-san is asking, can you test out the co-op? No, unfortunately not, because you need a certain percentage of completion before you can start the co-op.
We wanted to do it. I wanted Michiel to participate as well, but
we didn't have the time to complete it far enough.
Eric gave me so much work. I didn't have the time to play about 30% of the game to unlock co-op mode. So yeah, sorry guys. All right, now let's do some DLSS magic. Because you know, like Tom also indicated, if you set the right DLSS option, it's really inseparable as to the original quality. And yeah, that's really basically just free FPS performance without losing quality. So let's check it out.
Snip says, and it can break 60. I think I turned some settings down. Yeah, with DLSS, basically you can run it at a higher frame rate without losing too much detail.
Yeah, as you can see, I've set DLSS to balanced, and pretty much I have doubled in FPS. What do you want, man? Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. Good boy. Okay, as I was saying, I have gained about 100% FPS because before DLSS balanced quality, I was running about 50-55-ish with ray tracing, every single ray tracing set to max. And I don't see any visual difference actually.
Brian says this is kinda JA game. This is not just kinda JA game, this is very much a JA game. Smacking zombies all around.
Yeah, you wanna fight me, Ryan? You wanna fight me, Ryan? Come get some. Alright, so let's goof around in the game, let's go. Let me show you guys the inventory, because this game...
Glacial Hell is asking, is the giveaway for the game? Yes, we're giving away several Dying Light 2 game codes today.
It's this is not your average hack and slash zombie survival game where you run around, gather some ammo, find some weapon, that's it. This is the good shit. It's really like a good mixture of like a RPG game with a parkour game, and then mixed in with some Resident Evil survival aspects. Really like a really good Dying Light title. So what it means is that you have to gather stuff, you have to find gears, you have to upgrade your gear, find better stuff, and then you have to use them in order to get your stats up. You have to craft for material, you have to gather the materials, you have to craft your stuff, accessory, consumables, ammunition. There is a whole skill tree when it comes to combat, and a whole skill tree when it comes to parkour. So yeah, there's so many stuff that you can do here that you have to focus on and unlock and learn and remember. So it really makes the game so much more diverse than just a plain, hack and slash zombie survival, because that's not what this game is. So you can imagine you can really spend many hours in the game, really try to refine your craft and your character to really stand out and just pretty much kick ass everywhere with great skills. But of course you do have to work for it. Here you can also find, if you're lost in the campaign, you can find, hey, what was I doing again? Here it will explain what it is that you were doing, and then it will also show on the map where you have to go in order to get to that point. But of course, since it's such an open world game, you don't have to go straight from A to B. Like it says in the left upper corner right now, get to the radio antenna. I can go straight to there. If you look at the upper indication in the middle of my screen, you can see a triangle, well, a square, a yellow square. That's where I have to go. I don't have to tell you guys this, you're familiar with this kind of stuff. But basically, I can go straight to there, or I can explore the open world. I really try to wreck some zombies, gather materials.
Casually explaining while smacking around zombies.
Yeah.
Zerkan is asking, do you guys plan on making titanium rated PSUs? I cannot give you too many details yet, but we're definitely working on new PSUs soon.
Get clapped! Hey, alcohol. Yes, me likey. Drink responsibly, children.
But now with the Repeltek chair, you can spill responsibly as well.
Badumts. Hurry up! Jump, pull, slash! This one is a little bit bitey.
FRC Eagle is asking, is it possible to have max level before doing the first mission?
Well, I guess if you have stayed around to slay enough zombies, you could. It's probably gonna take you years, but...
I don't know if at a certain point maybe you have to finish certain mission kind of things before you can level higher. I don't know.
Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Okay, I have to get into the bus. This is gonna require some parkour skills. But luckily, I am very good at parkour. There we go. Whoop. It's really dark in here.
Repo Man is asking, how does Lucky like the new chairs? Well, he can sit on them all night tonight, so we'll ask him tomorrow. So you have to climb through this. Yeah, what is it?
Come on.
Oh,
Well,
that hurt.
apparently I'm not that good at parkour.
I think your knees are broken.
It's a little bit dark in here, so you know what? I'm gonna use night vision. And
Yeah, unfortunately, only Ja will be able to see this.
actually, let me show you guys the difference.
Some casual cheating by Ja to improve what he can see.
Yeah, don't tell Tom, he's not gonna be happy. But let me show you guys the difference. If we switch to
So let me
758.
have to switch to your phone again. You were
758, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me turn off night vision.
There we go. We can see your thumb.
My
Yeah,
finger. You see, that's what I'm looking at, but this is what I want. All right, let's see if I do better now.
Repo Man says, you guys will walk in tomorrow and see Lucky asleep on the job. We see that every morning, Repo.
Well, that is basically his job, so.
Yeah.
And I actually did do better. Woo! Well, look at that. Where do I have to go? Straight up ahead.
Shotgun is saying, change from the game setting. Yes,
Wow.
you can definitely also boost up the brightness, but then it will boost up the brightness of and the gamma of the complete game.
Yeah.
And this will only basically boost from the darker areas, so you don't lose a lot of contrast in the game. Apart
Look
from
at
those
the
very dark
scenery,
areas.
guys. I feel like I'm standing on a tourist spot.
Should take a selfie
Hey, look!
for your Instagram.
I can see my lower body. Let's check out the bus. Nothing to find here. Use your hunter vision. Well, that's not what it's called, but I believe what was it called? This option. It's really, really useful. Okay, they even have a hint section. It's called Survival Sense. Yes, Survival Sense.
Survival sense.
It's really useful because it actually shows nearby collectibles and materials and stuff that you can open, like chests and stuff like that. So really handy.
So basically the interactive elements in the world, it highlights.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can spam it. Well, you can't really keep spamming it because it needs a few seconds to kind of recharge. Parkour! See? Many zombies here. You can also defend by right-clicking.
Repo Man says, is Lucky a manager and is he hiring? Because I can do that job too. Well, Lucky is the director, but I'm afraid he won't give up that job. Toxic
Sidestep,
Food says, is it
sidestep.
true that other Scandinavians can't understand the Danish? I know for sure that I can speak some Swedish, but for me it's very hard to understand Danish. I can understand a bit of Norwegian, but Danish is hard, especially with reading is okay, but the way they pronounce things is kind of hard to understand for me.
That's a lot of zombies!
Mr. Tija is asking, where are you guys currently playing? At the office? Yes. Paul is asking, is this game only in first person? Yeah.
Shoot. Almost died.
This is only first person, right? Not third.
Yeah. Sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. The game feels very natural when it comes to the combat system, so very glad to see that. But since I'm such a low-level noob, it takes me quite a while to kill them. And I don't have any advanced combat skills yet, so it's pretty much just hack and slash for me for now.
Hack, slash and loot.
At least didn't get wrecked yet.
It's all empty. So you smacked them for nothing.
Actually, you die pretty quick, so definitely make sure to avoid getting hit too many times.
Did you put it at hard?
No, it's normal. I know my limits.
Okay, Zentix is Norwegian and he can understand Danish very well. For me it's hard. It's the way they pronounce words in Denmark that it's hard for me. Also in southern Sweden. speaking Danish is quite okay though.
Alright. Give me the loot, give me the loot.
Darda Vilma says, after Resident Evil Village, this is the best looking horror game. I would really like the way this looks. Also the Resident Evil, you also played that, right? Yeah.
Yup, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil actually. I've played that since Resident Evil 4. And since then, I think about 8 games came out.
Yeah, Ja has a soft spot for zombie games.
Get clapped!
Tom3D2 says you need a gun. No, he doesn't. Just smack them around.
But you see my inventory? I don't have a gun yet. So let me just go to my destination.
Who needs a
Holy
gun
shit,
when you
there's
have a
still
baseball bat?
plenty of zombies left. Leave me alone. Whoop, whoop. Let's go, let's go. Parkour, ha ha. If I had a AK-47 right now, that'd be so nice.
Everest the Eagle is asking Ja if you played Resident Evil Village with mods.
Resident Evil what?
Resident Evil Village with mods.
With moth?
The mods, like modifications kind of.
Oh, no, not yet actually.
Just a regular game.
Run! Yeah. I know what they mean. You can customize your characters as well, and it's pretty fun, but I didn't get to that yet.
Hi Demon79 says, so many skull smashing sounds, they must have gone through a ton of watermelons.
That could have been an interesting question to ask.
Yeah, how many watermelons did you smack to record all the sound? A Vamp is asking on Twitch, is this the beginning of the game? Yeah, this is still quite early in the game.
I would say this is about like 8% of the game. Oh, that's not a way.
Hello SD Rockman, welcome to the stream. It's a lot of parkour kind of things, right?
Yep.
Jumping around and climbing.
And sometimes you do have to get creative in order to get where you have to be. But look at this, guys. Definitely worth the climb.
Well, we've got more zombie game fans in the chat. David prefers Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Also nice zombie games.
Then you are definitely into Back 4 Blood. Because that's basically Left 4 Dead 3. How do I get there? Is this where I have to go? I think so.
Fam says, love to play, but not at night time for me if you're alone. Could be scary.
Yeah,
Put the volume of your speakers very loud with your headset.
Are we? Ooh, leaving you on the edge. Nope. Parkour. Oh, I have to go there. I gotta go even higher, really?
Lucky
Can
is
I?
asking any zombie animals.
Not that I have seen yet.
Not yet, at least. I'm not sure. Maybe later in the game. Shotgun is asking, does it have crossplay PC with PlayStation? Not yet, but Tom just told us that they're working on crossplay still. Hi Demon says, VR parkour would be interesting. I've actually done something like that once, and I had to jump with the VR headset on, and I fell down immediately. It's so hard, because you totally lose all your orientation.
That would be
I had
pretty awesome,
to
actually.
jump
I
from
would love
one
to
edge
try.
to another edge in VR, and I just fell down on the floor physically.
This is definitely not the way to go. I'm lost, guys. All right, got it. Look at me, just sliding with my hands. Hands of diamond. Where am I entering? Please do not disturb the local wildlife. All right.
The judge is asking how many codes do you guys have? I have a few more for today, and then
asking the
we
real
still have a
questions.
couple for another live stream. So later on we will do more Dying Light 2 giveaway in the live stream. Zombie down. Oh, he had nothing.
Ooh, it's becoming dark. I don't like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Imagine
This will be scary
with
in VR.
VR right now.
Yeah.
Like a real pro.
You're getting the hang
Ooh,
of
my
it, of the
parkour got up.
parkour kind of thing. Ooh, new parkour skill.
1 parkour point. Okay. Where to spend it, guys? Where to spend it? I guess I have no choice. All right. Jump higher. Okay.
Almost there.
Parkour.
But Ja's still cheating a little bit. I believe he still has his night vision on his monitor
Yeah.
on.
Got that right.
Oh, it's already dark. It's time to hide somewhere for the night. It won't get any better than this.
The voice acting is actually pretty darn good. Can enter specific areas, so you have to look around. Sometimes use some parkour, gather some honey. This is needed in order to make some health elixirs and stuff like that.
Now Charlie is asking, any stashed away Monster Hunter or Rainbow Six codes somewhere? I'm not sure about Monster Hunter, but I believe we still have some Rainbow Six codes for future live streams. The new extraction one.
Huh.
So it looks like you have to go in there, Ja.
I think
Shotgun is asking, playing at 4K, and what's the second? No, this is 1440p. And this is, I believe, ultra settings with
Yes.
maximum ray tracing.
Ray tracing
but
max.
DLSS switched on, right?
Yeah, DLSS set to balanced.
Yeah.
Ah, just open the damn door.
What the hell is that?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Those sounds.
Shit's on fire, yo. Oh.
Get him, Ja.
Combat basics. Some random power attacks. Ooh.
3090, yes, this
Already
is
got
an
that
RTX
figured out.
3090 with a Core i9-12900K CPU. So basically the maximum you can get right now in terms of gaming performance. I like the
go.
music in these kind of fighting scenes.
Hey, that's cheating, man. Come
Come on,
get
Ja,
me!
get him, smack him.
Oh, that was rather easy.
That was it.
Yep.
Oh,
Basically, the game was just trying to teach you how to dodge attacks.
that sounds good.
That was close.
All right. Can I still get in there?
Glacier Hell is asking if you have a flashlight. Not yet, right?
Nope, not yet. I guess I'm gonna find it in the house or in here. See, this is like so cool because when you don't know what kind of items you can pick up or can open, you can just press the survivor sense and it will highlight anything that you can basically interact with.
Or can you use that to smack zombies?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, start this up, I guess.
Okay. So now you've got power in the house as well?
I guess. Ooh, find something new. 18 damage. Ah, this one is already pretty much useless. Okay, but why am I not holding it? Okay. Ah, got it.
Ooh,
Now that's pretty badass.
that looks neat.
Look at this.
Ja the Butcher. Okay, zombies, bring it on.
Look at the light reflection.
The broadcast station should be here somewhere.
I expected a zombie in there.
I expected something, but guess
Couldn't you do something with the painting on the wall?
don't think so.
Oh no, it's behind it, I think.
Yeah. That's not good.
Uh-oh. It's about to get serious.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Okay, yeah, so a lot of stuff to farm here, I guess. Ooh, another one. Really, this is an exit?
Yeah, I think so.
No, this one's better.
Someone moved them. Not long ago. It's been moved. Okay, let's give it a try.
My character is really smart. That's some Sherlock Holmes stuff. Ooh, secret
Now
room.
it's about to get serious.
Safe zones. Aha.
This is it.
I guess this
broadcast
is
station.
a sign that I should save and call it a day. All right, guys. Fortunately, that is going to be it for today. That game actually is pretty much a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy the game as well. And to those who have won the game, you lucky bastards. But you know, in the future live streams in the coming few weeks, I'm pretty sure we're going to give away even more. If you're interested, make sure to tune in.
I'm going to draw 2 more winners for today.
If you still,
Before
if you
we
guys still have
close
any
it off.
questions, please just let us know. And otherwise, let me not block it. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah. Who is the winner, Michiel?
Our next winner is DC Tekken. Congratulations.
Tekken fan, huh?
And then we have another winner, Kiwi91. Congratulations. Both of you also won a game code for Dying Light 2. For all winners, keep an eye out on your mailbox because we will email the codes to you in the coming days with some information on how to redeem them. So congratulations, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, guys. Next week, make sure to tune in. We have a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to, gaming gears, right?
Gaming gear, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got some nice keyboards to talk about with very cool switches in there. We got one with extremely light switches. We got a more compact keyboard, so if you're, for example, if you like to go to LAN parties or anything like that, or if you need, like me, the mouse space because you're a very low sensitivity gamer, then a tankless is also great. So that will be our topic for next week. We also have a very nice microphone, by the way. So a lot to look forward to. So I hope you enjoyed the stream today, and I think I will stay on this chair for a while.
Yeah,
but then I hope to see all of you guys again next week. Thank you for watching this week.
Stay safe, guys.
Next week again on Wednesday, by the way, like our usual streaming schedule.
Yes.
And hope to see you all then.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.